Hey guys, what's up? Chase here today, and we are gonna play some more NHL 16. Be a GM with the Arizona Coyotes. All right. On our last episode, we made a couple trades with the Colorado Avalanche, and we acquired Jerome Ginla, who we put on our first line right wing position, and we also acquired Francois Beauchemin, and we put him on the second line defenseman, and looking to kind of solidify that defensive front with some more depth. So that's why we picked up Beauchemin, and we picked up Iginla because Iginla is a very good scorer. So we're gonna start right in with this, and no, we're gonna go right to the calendar. All right, and we're gonna simulate our first month. So usually with a team like this, just talking about the salary cap. With a team like the Coyotes, we're looking. Oh, I gotta do my scouting assignment. We're looking to do the best we can, but we're not a team that's gonna contend. So we're more likely looking for a lottery pick, and if we can swing it, like the top pick, like the number one, number two, one of those types of picks. All right, so we're gonna do some scouting. We're gonna start in the WHL. I usually start with the forwards, and I usually do 3 weeks at a time. And I'll start with the CHL, do all three of them, and then do the defensemen in the CHL, all three of them, and then do goalies in the 3 leagues of the CHL as well. And then we'll expand into the other territories, especially within the first year, because the first year has the most people in the CHL. So we're going to start with that. We're going to start with the WHL because they have the most forwards, and we're going to go 3 weeks with that. And we'll simulate through the rest of the preseason and into the beginning of the regular season. Shane Doan was hurt, and now he's recovered. So it wasn't serious enough. Alright. So we are jumping into the regular season. Alright, it says must be salary cap compliant to start the season. Anytime that isn't will automatically be adjusted on October 5th. So we're gonna stop here for a second because it's gonna tell me about the waivers to be starting in effect. So I'm gonna just make sure that we've got everybody in the positions that we want them. So we're gonna go take a look at manage rosters and roster moves, and we're gonna see if I think we've got everybody in a position right now. We'll check the lines. Because I believe that we do have Boyd Gordon still playing. Yeah, we do. Okay. Steve Downey, right winger. Tobias Ryder. We're going to keep him on the third line. Honestly, I'm considering putting Ryder on the second line as well to give him some playing time. But I think we're going to keep him on the third line for now. Well, what does Vermette? Vermette's a two-way. Richardson's a two-way. Hansel's a two-way. Domi's a playmaker. Ginla's a power. Duclair's a sniper. Yeah, we're gonna keep Ryder on the third line. That'll give us some give him a chance to play, but not overuse him. All right, so yeah. Back to the lines for a second, and check scratched, and check no lines. Okay, we don't have anybody scratched or in the no lines position. Let's go to the AHL. Check the scratched list. Yuri Sakak and Jared Tenorti and all these guys. So we're gonna take a look because I really think that we can probably make our team better. So let's take a look. Starting lineups. Sakak, I believe, is a right wing, but I could be wrong. Vitali. Yeah, Sakak is a right wing. So let's put Oh, no, 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 no. And back up the lane. And we'll grab Sakak. Yes. He does shoot lefty. Let's see. Who else do we have? Scratch. Oh, that's goalies. Scratched. We had a left winger. Scratched. Martinuk. We had a couple of defensive men. Scratched. Okay. So let's go grab Martinuk. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. That's alright though. We'll put Swars down. Tikhonov down. I think he was 77 overall or 78 overall. 77. Yeah. And we'll grab Martinuk. I didn't realize that Cunningham actually was a left winger. Well, in that case, let's swap those two guys. So they're on their accurate wing. And let's look at defense, see what we can... Yeah, we can improve the defense quite a bit here. Let's grab Tenorti. Absolutely, grab Tenorti. And let's grab... what's that other guy's name? Dahlbeck. Yes. Alright. So let's move around the defense on the AHL team now. Let's drop him here. Him here. Alright, yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, that seems like it's pretty good. Alright. We'll try that. And we'll see what happens on the AHL team. Alright. Calendar. Let's simulate to November 1st. Alright, so like I was saying, a team like this, we're looking for the lower end of the spectrum. We're looking at the high draft pick is what we're looking at. If we do happen to get into the playoffs, that's good, because that'll give us some extra experience. But if we don't, that's okay too, because we have quite a bit of cap. Well, two things. We've got quite a bit of cap room, and we have a good chance of getting a lower pick if we're not in the playoffs. So we're gonna check out the OHL this time. I really like signing the best possible players coming from the draft. Our goalie situation's not the greatest. With Lindback hurt, our goalie situation is not the greatest. Okay, well. Let's see. We've gotten a couple of wins here. We're not doing too bad. A win against the Bruins is good. It's gonna be a bit weaker than normal. Okay, well that's all right. Um, well, that's unfortunate that we have an injury that is going to keep him out for a while. Let's see. We're going to go to the system, and we're going to check out right wingers. We have Sakak we could bring up. Yeah, we're going to bring up Sakak for now. We'll go to the lines, and probably just going to drop him right in, to be honest. Actually, no, I'm not going to just drop him right in. I'm going to take Doan and put Doan on that first line. And then I'm going to add Sakak into the third line. That'll give him some playing time on the main roster, and then we're also gonna have to fix this. And by doing, no, we don't want that. We'll move Vital up. We'll move Samuelson. Maybe we'll move him up. And we'll move Samuelson up, and then we'll just drop in Thomas. Substitute. Okay, there we go. Alright, Sakak, you're going to end up going back down, buddy. Sorry. The only reason you were up. What is that? Why is that? Okay. We're going to simulate up to the third and just make sure that he's fully recovered. And then we're going to also jump into the queue for 3 weeks on the forwards. Alright, now that we're back here, let's go take a look at the roster and see if he's completely recovered now. He should be. Yeah, he is. Okay. So now, because that is the case, roster moves. Sakak, you're going back to... Oh, where are you, buddy? Yeah, Sakak. He's got a two-way contract, so I'm sorry, bud. It's business. And Sakak. He's right-handed. Let's do... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Let's do this. I'm all about swapping things up a bit. I like doing that. We'll try that. See if that works better for them. Excuse me. So now we've got a morale situation here. I don't know what he's got to talk about. But the thing is, he is getting minutes, I think. I think he's on my first line, so I don't know why. Okay, I made a positive effect by making that one. All right, so we're not going to really take much look into the stats for the first month. However, we started off very strong at 8-2-1, leading the division, and at 8-2-1, we're probably leading the conference too. Hansel is playing really well with 12 points. I'm just going to take a look and see the rest of the standings in the Western Conference and just take a look. 15 points for the Winnipeg Jets and 17. So yes, we are leading the conference, and we are tied with the Capitals for the President's Trophy lead. So that's impressive for a team that I consider to be on a rebuilding period. So we'll see if maybe we can continue it throughout the rest of the season, and maybe we can make a run at the Cup, or maybe a run into the playoffs. Maybe not a run at the Cup as a contender, but maybe a run deep into the playoffs. So we're gonna simulate into the next month now, and see what we can get for this month. We're starting off strong with another win, so it doesn't seem to be changing much. This is a loss to the Rangers and a loss to the Ducks and a loss to the Kings. So it looks like we might be coming back down to earth a bit against those tough top tier teams. But we're still winning the games against like the Edmontons and Columbuses of the world. Oh, and we just beat the Canadiens. That's a big win. They were leading their division at the beginning of the month, and there's a loss to Winnipeg in Winnipeg. So far, this month seems to be pretty good to us. We're at 5-4, which is about where I figure we should be. Going into the whole thing, we're gonna check this scouting assignment. So we've gotten our forwards in the CHL. Just gonna take a look and see if there's any really high number in forwards anywhere else. SHL has 33, so that's gonna be somewhere we're gonna want to look later on. What else do they have elsewhere? That's really all they've got. I mean, there's about SHL's got 14 defensemen. The ELH has 29 forwards and 18 defensemen, and the National League has 24 forwards and 17 defensemen. All right, so we're gonna check the W for defensemen for 3 weeks and see what we can get there. Yes, we're gonna be very happy to have him back. Actually, we're gonna go to goalies, and we are gonna say goodbye to Mr. Robinson, and we're gonna get Anders Lindback back in here, and I think I'm gonna keep Langhammer in for the next game. Alright, let's pause that for a second. Okay, he's back. So, whoop, that's not what I meant to do. So, let's take a look. No. Why is it frozen? Don't freeze on. Don't do what you did to me last time. Let's go take a look at the roster, edit lines, and we're actually gonna go fix this so that he is starting, because I would rather have an 80 overall goalie that is proven than a 67 who is still maturing as my starting goalie. So, alright, we've got a player meeting in the Springfield locker room, and it is with Sergei Plotnikov. When you are as good as me, recent performances like these are just the norm. There's a lot to be proud of. Good work. I think that's the one that gives positive effect. Yes, it does. Okay. Alright, so we got a positive effect out of that. Let's go back to morale and check the NHL and see if there's any morale instances there. And there are not. So, we are going to continue on through the month. Ugh. Alright. Should have just let it finish. Alright, let's finish these last 2 games. Okay. So Steve Downey is now injured. So we are going to have another instance where we're going to have to call up Yuri Sakak. The thing about keeping him on the NHL roster is I don't want to I don't want him to be on the roster and sit there scratched. So that's why I keep swapping him back and forth. Because I just don't want him to... yeah. We're going to drop him right into the fourth line. It'll give him some playing time. That's the biggest thing. I know he's not a fourth line guy type of guy. He's right now listed as a depth forward, but he's probably going to end up in that bottom six. He's probably going to end up on this third or fourth line as a playmaker. So we're just going to keep him right there on the fourth line for this. We're going to have to fix our lines on which lines? Special teams. Which one? Penalty kill, of course. Yeah, we'll just grab Sakak off of that, too. And we've got to fix these lines as well. So this time I'm not even going to worry about moving Vital up and all that. I'm just going to bring in Thomas. Okay. Alright. So we've got another injury on the Springfield lineup. It's in defense. That's unfortunate. We're gonna grab Hashi. And he's in special teams as well. Awesome. Alright, so we're just going to swap these guys out. Hashi's the guy that we're going to pick. I really thought I could fix it otherwise. Who do I have on no lines? Thought I had him on... He's not on no lines. Okay. We're just gonna basically plug with the guy that we're subbing in. Oh, he's on everything, of course. Drop in Tenorti. Yeah, we're just gonna drop in Tenorti into these. And instead of the other guy, Hashi, or Hash, whatever the heck his name is. All right, come on. This takes forever. This one I'm actually gonna put the other guy in. 3-on-3, because I kind of have to. Yeah, that guy. There. Alright, so now we can finally finish the month up. And let's see, we're going to take a look at the stats. That's odd. Edmonton Oilers are in first place. All right. So we are currently in second position in the Pacific Division with 33 points. We are 1 point behind the Oilers and 1 point ahead of the Canucks at 16-6-1. Our point percentage is 71.74%. Our goals for 64 with our goals per game at 2.78. We're going to run up to 2.8. And our goals against at 51 with a 2.2 average per game. We've got 11 power play goals in 68 chances for a 16.18% chance. That is good for, looks like, third place in the division. We have 1 shorthanded goal against, and we've had 5 scored against us in 61 chances for an 86.89% penalty kill. And that looks like that one is also third place in the division, behind the Flames and the Oilers. So it looks like we're not playing too bad. We've got 2 shorthanded goals for us. We are 8-2 at home, and we're 8-4-1 on the road. Edmonton is playing absolutely atrocious at home, but on the road, man, are they good. 12-2-1 on the road. That is insane. That is insane numbers. Vancouver's the same way at 5-4-1. They're just barely over 500 at home. Well, actually, they are 500 at home, but they've gotten more points from that overtime loss. But on the road, they're 10-4-1. It's amazing how good those teams are right now on the road. All right, in our last 10, we are 7-3, so that's not bad. We're still on the incline as opposed to the decline, so that's good. All right, player stats. We got Martin Hanzal leading the team with 21 points. That's not bad at all. Let's jump into the points. All right, so we got a two-way tie. We've got Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Martin Hanzal both with 21 points apiece. Ekman-Larsson's got 7 goals and 14 assists, and Hansel's got 8 and 13. Not bad. Penalty minutes are good there. Plus minus is really good for Ekman-Larsson. He's at 8. Next we got Max Domi with 18 points, and he has 5 goals and 13 assists. So there's a lot of good passing going on right now. Next on the list, it was 17 points. We got Antoine Vermette with 8 goals and 9 assists and 17 points. And let's see, the penalty minutes are really bad for him. He's got 27 minutes. His plus minus is good though. It's 6. We're not playing too poorly. Let's see. Let's look at the acquisitions from the trading. Iginla, he's at 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points total with a plus penalty minutes of 6 and a plus minus of 2. So he's not playing terribly. He's also been out for 2 games with that injury to his wrist that he had. The other guy we got is Boschman, and he's got 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. He's a defensive defenseman, so we're not really expecting him to go out there and put up a bunch of points. If he does, that's extra. That's a bonus. He does have 16 penalty minutes. I don't know if that's could be from fighting, but it's not necessarily a good thing that he's got that many penalty minutes. Because the most obviously is Vermette with 27. That just seems obvious. But we're gonna take a look at penalty minutes. Yeah, Vermette's in first with 27 penalty minutes, but he's not doing terribly. So I guess he's kind of making up for it with the points that he's getting. Boschman, 16 minutes isn't bad. Mahalik with 14 minutes. He's got a -1 though, and I don't know if those are the only minus points on the team or not, but Michael Stone is actually leading the plus minus with +9. That is really good for him. He is on, I believe, the 3rd line. He might be on the 3rd. He might be on the 2nd. He's either on the 2nd or 3rd. I know that. So he's doing very, very well. We're going to take a look at the worst of the plus minus. Yeah, Nicholas Grossman, he's definitely on the 3rd line. And he's got a -3. Kyle Chipchura with a -1. Yuri Sakak with a -1. Is he still on the team? I think he might be. And Mahalik with a -1. I got to make sure that he gets back down to... well, that's right. No, we need him up there right now because we have that injury still down. He has not come back yet. So we've got a couple of player meetings, so we'll take care of those real quick. Oh, too far. Manage rosters. We'll take care of those player meetings. Possibly, if it'll let me. Morale. Downey will be back in 5 days, so once we come back, he'll be back. So Oliver Ekman-Larsson is now, because of his morale, is up to a 90 overall. So he's playing extraordinarily well in order to have this be the case. So let's take a look. He's, you know, I really have to admit, I'm thrilled with my playing time lately. So he's enjoying his playing time. So, let's see. Which one do I think? Good, I'm glad to hear it. Keep up the hard work. We'll try that one. Negative effect. Really? Okay. Let's see. We'll do that. I think that's... Okay, well, no effect. That's fine, though. We'll check the AHL to see if there's anybody there. There is not. Okay, well. So, he's pending evaluation. Let's go back to the NHL. And he'll be out for 5 more days. Alright. So that's been episode number 2 of Be a GM. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let me know what you think with a comment, and give it a thumbs up if you really enjoy it. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. If you're, I play this among with other games. Check my channel out. Anyway, I hope to see you guys later.